Good evening. Today we are going to be making a chili con carne. This is a very quick and easy recipe which you can feed the family on a budget. I will take you through the ingredients you shall need. First of all, you need a protein. I have a kilo of minced beef here. This will make quite a lot, so any leftover you can freeze. If you're a vegetarian, you can use minced corn instead and it'll taste just as nice. Over here I have 1 onion, 1 red pepper and 2 cloves of garlic, 1 bowl of red kidney beans which have been washed and rinsed, 1 tin of peeled chopped tomatoes which have been blitzed, a little bit of oil for cooking in, salt and pepper, and I will show you the spices I'm going to put in. Now then, I have 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, half a teaspoon of dried chili flakes, and 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, which I like to put in to give the dish a little bit of sweetness. And I also have 1 dessert spoonful of tomato puree. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to prepare our vegetables. So, the onion, first of all, we'll take the skin off. Okay, just use fingers to get rid of all the brown skin. So we've peeled our onion, and now we're going to cut it into a fine dice. It's not going to be quite a brunoise, but it's going to be a little bit smaller than a macedone, which I'm going to show you. So we go North Pole to South Pole, keeping the root intact. We then have the root facing away from us. Now, and then using the crab claw grip, thumb behind, using your nails as a guard. You go down, slice, slice, but you don't go all the way. You stop just short of where the root of the onion is. You do that all the way along, so you end up with a fanned onion, but still held together by the root. Onion down, very carefully, holding your hand flat on the top. You use your knife to slice through, and then, holding it together, you slice through again. And as you can see, we are getting a relatively fine and even dice, and you do that just short of the root. You can either throw this away, put it on your compost heap, or use it in a stock pot. Next, we're going to do the garlic. Now, what I'm going to do with the garlic, I'm going to cut it in half, going this way. Now, you'll notice it has a root in the middle. That is what gives garlic its extremely pungent and bitter taste. So, if you want to get rid of that, what you can do, using the tip of your knife, very, very carefully remove that, and then your garlic won't taste so strong and bitter. It'll taste a little bit more subtle. I'm going to do that for both of the cloves. Okay, not much of a root in this one. That's fine. And then, the way I'm going to cut it is very similar to how we did the onion, only much finer. So, same principle, crab claw grip. Down, 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 down. And then, across. And then do that for all 4 halves. Okay, now that I have diced all 4 halves of my garlic, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to paste it down a little bit, because that way it'll cook much more easier when we put it in the pan. So I'm going to add a tiny amount of salt, sprinkle it over the top, and then using the flat of my knife down, crush and spread. The salt gives the garlic some abrasion and it will help just break it down a bit. So I'll do that a couple of times, and already you can see those pieces have become an almost very fine paste. So that is going to cook a lot quicker and easier. Next, we're going to dice our pepper. This is going to give our dish a little bit of colour and sweetness. So I'll show you an effective way of dicing a pepper but also cutting it so you get rid of all the seeds. So you lie the pepper on its side. First, you take the top off, like so. You do exactly the same on the other side. And then you make an incision down one side, all the way down, and then you gently prise it apart, and then very, very carefully run your knife through the white pith, turning the pepper as you go. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, alternatively, what you can do, imagine this is your pepper, you can just go 1, 2, 3 and 4, just cut the cheeks off. And then, I think for the pepper, we will go about a medium dice, like this. So down into jardinier batons, and then across into a nice macedone. So you do that for all your pepper. We're now ready to start cooking. So I've got my favourite old Lucky crock pot on the stove, which I'm going to make it in. Obviously for this, I just recommend you use a thick bottomed saucepan. Okay, so in goes our oil. As this has been on the stove getting hot for a while, the oil is going to get hot very quickly. So now in goes our onions first. We're going to stir those about, and we're going to sweat them off gently without letting them get any colour at all. So we'll sweat those for about 2 minutes or so. Okay, those onions have sweated nicely, and as you can see, they have a nice translucent colour, so they're going to be nice and sweet. So I'm now going to add our lovely pasted garlic and our diced pepper. I'll turn the heat up a bit and we'll stir that about. So that comes together nicely. It's beginning to smell really nice and garlicky. And then at this point, we will add our tomato puree and all of our spices. So I'll put all the spices in first. Give that a stir in. It's really important that you cook the spices out. Really let them cook, let the oil soak them up. Otherwise, it'll just taste very gritty, which is what you don't want. So you release those flavours, and then I'm going to put in the tomato puree, and again give that a good stir in, and we'll let that cook out for a couple of minutes or so. As you can see, I've now added the minced beef. What we're going to do now, we're going to season at this stage. So, just a good generous sprinkle of salt and a good grind of pepper. With all meats, make sure you do season, otherwise it'll just taste very bland. So we're going to let that cook while we keep turning it over so it gets nicely browned all over. That will take probably a few minutes. As you can see, the meat has nicely browned all over, so all that's left to do now is add in our kidney beans and our tin of tomatoes. We'll give this a good stir. One thing I should also add, at this stage, if you want to, you can add a little bit of beef stock. So if you have an OXO cube or anything like that, you can add it at this stage. I prefer not to because those things are very high in salt and we've already added plenty of salt at the beginning. So we don't want to make it too salty at all. So give it a good stir. And now I'm going to put the lid on and let it gently tick over for about 20 minutes.